Hello GEVS teachers, Mr. Pez here. Okay, so I had some teachers ask me about recreating this sort of idea where we have the kids and they're able to put their picture inside of a frame that says, Greater Essex Proud or Proud from the school. So I came up with a few ideas here, and here's the first one. So unfortunately I used a picture of myself, and it's I am Galaxy Proud. And what I did was I put it in a template here on PowerPoint, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Now, the first one is really easy to use, but the latter three are a little bit more difficult to use, but I'm going to go through it with you and show you how. Okay, so first thing we need to do is get rid of that picture of me. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand is what a PNG file is. So a PNG file just means that the background is invisible. It's transparent, so you can see through it. So what this is really just a PNG frame file. I made a picture with an empty square and I put these little things over top of it. Now any picture you put behind it will show up behind it, but it will overlay on top of the edges where it is. So what we're going to do is we are going to get a picture. So you have the picture of your kids, maybe you have them send it in to you, or maybe you took a screenshot from your Teams meeting, and then you go to Insert, Images, insert the pictures from wherever it is. Alright, so I was able to find the picture, but here's the problem. It's in front of the frame. And what this is that it is in the foreground, and we want it in the background. So what you can do is you can go to Home, Arrange, and you can send to the back. Now you'll see that the picture is behind the frame, but it's still clipping out of the top there, and we don't quite want that. So what you can do is you can grab the corner and you can just downsize it a little bit like that. And it's still clipping a little bit, so what you're going to want to do is open the selection pane, find Picture 2, right in PowerPoint. The stuff in at the bottom is first. Okay, so we're just going to make this a little bit smaller. And you want to use the corners so that it doesn't change the aspect ratio. And you're going to put the picture down like that. But there's a bit of a difference here. You have the background from the image. And sometimes that's not awesome, especially when we go to our next one. So what we're going to do is we're going to locate our file, and we are going to expose one of my deep secrets. It's called remove.bg. So the way I find this is I just type in remove.bg. Oops. Remove.bg, and all you have to do is upload the file. Now you can go through the upload a file or just drag and drop it. So I have this right here. I'm going to drag it into here, and it's going to remove the background for me. Now you need to make sure that it has the foreground of your image and the background of your image have a lot of contrast, or else it won't know what to take out. So if there's a lot of complex colors in the foreground and background, this doesn't always work very well. But this is a great hack in terms of not having to go through with Photoshop and take out all the background stuff. So I'm going to bring this back into my PowerPoint, and now you'll see I have it without the background. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to take it to the next one. And then I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to press Control V. Now what you'll see is that this is still on top of my frame, and I don't love that, but I'm just going to position it where I want it first. So I want it like right about here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be in Home, I'm going to go to Arrange, and I'm going to send backward, not send to the back, because if you'll notice this time I have a background image. I have the Galaxy image. So I don't want it to go behind the Galaxy image, I want it to go just behind the frame. So I'm going to send it backward, 1. And now it's behind the frame, but in front of the background image. And this way you get a little bit of a pop. It's a little bit of a fun thing. So my thought process here was you can determine how complex you want it to be. Do you want to just have this one with the background of the image too? Well, that's pretty easy. You just insert it and send it to the back. If you're feeling a little more comfortable with layers, then what you can do is you can insert the image with the background removed, and you can send it backwards. This way, kids can have a custom background. In fact, let's say you want to change one of these backgrounds to something else. What you could do is you could go into one of these. You could duplicate it. I'm just going to duplicate. Now you want to find the background picture. So what you'll notice is picture 6 is all the way at the back. And I'm going to click change picture, and I'm going to change it from an online source. The great thing about PowerPoint is it connects to Bing, and Bing has Creative Commons, right? So you can select Creative Commons only. So this is stuff that you can use and you're not going to get sued if you use it. So maybe, oh, this is kind of cool. Like it's the galaxy from the perspective of Earth. And then you can insert it and it's just going to change it. Now, sometimes you need to change the sizing a little bit. So you can grab on here and just kind of move it out a little bit. Just keep in mind, if you drag it without the corner, it's going to make it not the proper size so much. But that's how you could change the background. So I was thinking, we have so many talented teachers, they could use their creativity here. What I would do is I would get pictures, make sure that I have all of the documentation to share those pictures, and then I would insert them. So again, if I want to insert here, so what I can do is I can go to Insert, Images, Pictures, this device, find wherever you saved that removed background image and insert it. Now I am going to move it to wherever I want it. So maybe I really like the yellows on that side, so I'm going to put the student here lined up with that blue mark, and then I'm going to send it backward. Not going to send it all the way to the back, I'm just going to send it backward, and now he's behind the frame. All right, you could resize that before you send it backward and everything. Okay, so that is how you can create it. Now we want to create pictures out of this. We want to put this up on Twitter, or we want to share it with our admin, or we want to put it in their assessment, right? Maybe we have a portfolio and we have pictures and they're holding up something they're proud of. So what you can do is you can go to File, Save As, and then I would save it to your PC. You could still save it to your OneDrive. Actually, it doesn't matter where you save it. So I'm going to go to this PC, and I'm going to go to this drop-down menu here, and I'm looking for something that says JPEG, JPG. Now this is a common format for images on the internet. So I'm going to go Student, and I am going to hit Save. Now it's going to ask me, do I want all slides or just the one I'm selected on? If you do all slides, it's not going to like you very much. However, if you do just this one, it's going to be fine with you. Then you can see where you saved it. I saved mine in Documents, I believe. And you can open it up. And there you go, you have the picture. Now you can use this picture like any normal picture you have. You can attach it to emails, you can attach it to Twitter, you can put it wherever you want. It's a JPEG. You would just have to go through each one of these slides and go through that same process of save as, save it to where you want it, and make sure it's a JPEG. Oops, a JPG, not a GIF. And then, student one, and then save that one, and then just this one. And now it's going to give you the other one, right? And so now you can go through all of your students and you can put them up. Maybe you're going to do Student of the Month with this, and you have those 3 and you put them up on your Twitter, or you put them up on your Edsby to share with your parents. And it's just a little added flair that the students might get a kick out of. So I hope that helped.